Chubby got the recipe.
What is the craziest thing you've ever experienced working in retail? Any horror stories?
Yes.
Gotta go first.
I'll go first.
So it involves human waste again.
Oh, why has everything got to do with human waste?
So, but no, this was on shop floor this time.
Huh?
So
What is the craziest thing you've ever experienced in retail? Any horror stories?
horror stories. How are people coming in the shop and stealing in front of my eye? Like I can see. Like this man would literally walk into the store and just start picking up baguettes and putting in his jacket. Look at you. You're right, love. And walk at Rushell.
Did anyone run him down?
No, because a rule is you can't chase the customer when they're stealing because we're not insured. If anything happens to us, we're not insured.
What is the craziest thing you've ever experienced working in retail? Any horror stories?
Ooh.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So apparently she told me this lady came in, she was bursting for the toilet, not for a pee, but for
the number 2, the full effect.
the full
everything.
effect. So obviously the toilets were closed, they were out of order. So she was like, why are they out of order? We're like, we actually don't sell food here, so we don't actually have to have a toilet.
Have a toilet.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing, you know. They always expect the toilet to be open. It's
We
like,
don't actually have to have a toilet.
don't know, sorry.
Yeah.
You can go down the road.
But
or,
she's like,
you
can
know.
I go into the staff room? We're like, no, you can't do
You're not
that.
insured after
No,
that.
exactly.
After you step past that, sorry, if something happens to you, you ain't insured.
My chest.
Avengers. The Avengers, when the Avengers first came out, it was full until they had the lines going downstairs. So by the time the night's finished, Avengers is sold out. So manager gets on top of the thing because he's hot tempered. So he gets on top of the actual counters. I'm like, I ain't been in there, you know, you go on the counter with your shoes. Okay. So he goes on the counter and then he shouts, if you're here to watch Avengers, it's sold out, so you may as well go home now. So a group of boys
Should have upped some. He should have said, watch another movie.
well, we were trying to go home. And he promised me that when this is all done, I could get whatever I want. So I said,
Someone that wanted to call the police on me because I wouldn't let their pregnant friend sit in the kiosk, even though she didn't need to be in the shop. But I was really nice about it. I wasn't just being mean for no reason. I was like, okay, you can sit, but your friend's there like telling you to kick off your shoes, and they're bringing and just making the place like it's her backyard, back garden. So I was like, you can't do that. Like realistically, I need to still sell things out of this place. I need to hit targets, so I can't have you completely disrobing in the store.
Mine is bad, but not that bad. So it's happened with Bosch, and also when I worked at this Chinese furniture store, where we get someone who orders like a massive order. So with the Chinese store, someone ordered it was 20 sets of furniture. So it's like it was a 5-seater, a 2-seater, and a 1-seater, 20 times. Yeah, and he called up and was like, I need it today. So we're like, oh my gosh, okay, cool. So we're here for like half the day getting these wrapped up and everything. So when he comes, he said he's coming with like 5 vans, and we're like, all right, cool. We put him on the pallets and we put them outside ready for him, blah, 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 blah. Then he calls up and says,
Don't want it.
Don't want it. I'm like, I'm sweating. I've just spent the last 4 hours getting these stuff done for you, and now you said, oh yeah, don't want it anymore.
The school kids as well, they used to come in after school and steal or fight or use Greg's as a refuge to hide from the people trying to fight them. Like, no, go outside, do your fighting.
Oh my gosh,
So many
things. You saying that actually, where I worked, the McDonald's I worked, there was like some gangs around, and I remember actually one, he looked like, I was about like 18 at the time, come in, looked like a big like 26, 27-year-old man, and he was like, yo, follow follow blah 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 on Facebook and some gang is like B something, and I was just like.
Yeah.
Okay, but before that, I remember just working, and this little boy ran into the McDonald's, and he would do like, they got a knife, and I was just like, wait, what? And then the manager said, get him in the back to keep him safe. Yeah. He said that someone's running after him for a knife. That was horrible. I thought, whoa.
We are heroes. Well, we were, because we don't know. But we were heroes. This is my colleague telling me, and I'm in disgust. She was pooing as she walked across the shop floor. And it was trickling down her leg, like through her pants, out on her leg. And then obviously the manager just came out like, what are you doing? You can't do that. What? She's like, I'm sorry, I can't help it because I need the toilet and it's closed.
So then there's a group of young boys, they're not to age to watch the film anyways. So then they come like, what's your problem if you saw that? I'm still gonna go in there. So he's like, go, and then I'm like, ooh, Jesus. So then they rush up to him and then the other manager jumps over the counter and is like, what? I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Because it was like me, another person, and then the two managers. The other people were boys. So they jumped over as well, and I'm like, what am I, a little tiny girl, supposed to do?
Back out the earrings,
In the face!
and Vaseline, and you get ready.
And she was just like, who are you? I'm the manager. It's like, no, I want to speak to the actual manager. I'm like, I'm the actual manager. I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's not quite what you expect. A bit more tan than you're used to, but I am the manager. And she was just like, oh, you're really rude, you know, you're really rude. Wow. I've never had this kind of rude experience. I'm going to write a letter. I'm going to write a letter to your company and they're going to get you fired. I'm just like, and she was just like, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just like, this is what we were leading up to from the beginning. Like, please.
And I'm just like, so that's it. I was with my manager. I'm like, so what we're gonna do? He was like, just take them back down and put them back in the stock. I was like, wait, is this my line? Like, is it actually my line? I was like, no. And then with Bosch, like, you know them hammers to like mash up the floor. Mm-hmm. Someone ordered 100 of those. These things were like 50 kg each. For some reason, me, big black guy, can do the order myself. So the man's like, yeah, go do that. And he's coming at 2 o'clock. I started shift at 11. And I tell you, I was pouring down with sweat. Pouring down. And the man came up and he's like, what's this? I was like, you ordered 100? He was like, nah, I ordered 10. I said,
so they got the order wrong.
I said, so I had to take out 90. And the man sat there, you know, and watched me take the 90 out. I was like, all right, then there you go, sir. He was like, thank you very much. And I was like, yeah. And then I have to put the 90 back in stock again. And I was like,
I would have been upset.
I was like, no. I think that was my last job involved like with customers face to face. I was like, never again. I'm not doing this. That's why I do office job now because I can't deal with PA.
So she couldn't hold it.
She couldn't hold it, which is understandable, but at the same time.
No, that's sad.
That's sad. And it's nasty.
It's sad for both of y'all. Like, the person that saw it and for the woman.
All of them. Everybody.
It's kind of sad.
We also had beef with like other shops. Like we had beef with Tesco and the chip shop that was next door. So we used to try and do like little on the tactic things, like go to the back where we see their rubbish out, like take pictures of their rubbish not in the bin and stuff. And then we were just petty and boredom and nothing else to do. And the chip shop, they used to keep their chips in this like bucket, this blue bucket in the back outside. It was so disgusting. And then they used to take the chips and then put it. That's a horror story in itself and send it to people.
Oh, I've got another horror story, but it's from an employee. I actually saw him drop the beef patty on the floor.
And
no, what is this?
Yeah, I had a similar one when I was working at Aston Villa, and whenever they were playing anybody else, it was alright. But if they were playing Birmingham City, the fans do not get on, and if you get caught up in that crowd, Lord have mercy.
I ain't never got to.
So I finished my shift late, because normally when we come out, we get to go before the fans come out. But this time I got caught up, and when I was coming out, all of the fans came out at the same time. So you've got the Villa fans fighting the Blues fans, who are fighting the police, and then you just got innocent staff just trying to get through. I've got my mum on the phone praying like, oh Jesus, I can get out. I've got bottles flying over everywhere, and I'm just standing in the corner like, I don't know if I want to make it, you know. This is deep.
I'm on till now. Next second I'm seeing the security guard tussling with this guy, a shoplifter, and he's tussling, and then they say, yo Julien, go help. literally, I'm like, I'm not security. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, Julien, go. He needs. So the guy's tussling. So I went up there and grabbed the shoplifter behind his back, and then 2 seconds now, his wife, his daughter, and their friend is coming into the store, punching me up in my face, punching the security guard while I'm there holding the guy. So I can't even fight back. I'm like, is this my life really? Fighting going. I was getting punched up after the whole ordeal. Yeah. They're calling their friend them to come, like, probably come get the security guard on me and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh, so that's what you guys are doing. I called up you, I called up Ash, my boy Ash, and I was like, fam, I just got hit in the face, but I was joking around. I was like, bro, I just got hit in the face, like, yo, it's a madness down here, big fight coming on. Tell me what happened, because I wasn't there at home. What happened?
Yeah, so I was at your house. It was me, it was Ash, it was your sister and my wife at the time and a friend.
Yeah.
And we was there chilling, we were laughing and joking, we was having fun. You caught Ash and he's there. I think he was like lying down on the chair just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, huh? What? I didn't even say nothing to nobody, just jumped up. And I'm like, okay, that jump up means something's going down.
Uh-huh.
So he jumped out and he's like, he goes to me, come let's go. So I'm like, alright. Didn't even wait for me. He jumped in his car and zoomed off.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to jump in someone else's car and we zoomed off. And bear in mind, no one had like
No shoes on.
no shoes on or anything. All I had was Julien's been punched and he's gone. So then obviously he was not that far, like what, 30 seconds
30
drive.
seconds down the road, yeah.
So we drove, didn't even park up the car properly, just jumped out and he was walked into out like, yo, what's going on?
What's going on? Yo, he was
And
on
then-
smoke.
I don't really have any nightmare horrors like that includes me. I really just go home and go to work, and that's really it. Like,
Another nightmare though in retail, and I'm sure everyone can attest to this, is the amount of ratatouilles that are running around in them stores. Like these rodent
Oh my
t-shirt
gosh,
and roast and
yes.
Paul. They keep running around these stores, and I'm just like, where are they coming from? They need to lock them up. Lock them
honestly,
down.
like everywhere.
In the stock rooms, you're like trying to get someone, and the thing is, the more you know, because you're thinking you're getting your nice Timberland boots, you're getting your nice high heel boots, your Louboutins, not knowing that Tom and Jerry are having a cat fight in the back, on top of the box. Like it gets real in these streets, you know. So definitely.
Mm-hmm. No matter how much we clean, we do clean. Five Guys is a clean store, by the way.
Very clean.
Just
I can vouch
to
for
let
that.
you know. But no matter how you clean, there's always gonna be rodents everywhere, especially like around stuff. So just keep that in mind. I don't work there because I just outed myself now, innit?
We can cut it.
Yeah.
And then I saw him pick it up and put it back on the grill, and I said, I'm not gonna say his name. That just dropped on the floor, and he's like, they need this burger now. Like, he was under pressure. Because because the McDonald's worked out. No, they were like, it was like the president or the prime minister was coming. No, we need Big Mac. No. It's like, oh my god, did he felt under pressure? I've never felt under
Was
pressure.
it busy? Like, was it like busy, or were they just like putting pressure on you unnecessarily?
Putting pressure because what's it called? Someone might be able to remind me that when particular hours at McDonald's, somebody will come and visit the store, and it's like a mystery shopper.
Oh, those secret shoppers!
yeah. So it was between those times, and he was like under pressure, and I was like, it didn't put me off though. I still eat McDonald's.
No, how? She just said it's like Mr. Krabs from the Krabby Patty.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Crazy
Crazy
things
thing,
happen
yeah.
every day in retail.
There's always something going on.
Always.
There's always an annoying customer.
Mhm.
There's always someone that wants to be the customer that is right. There's
Mhm.
always someone that wants to fight you. There's always someone that wants to accuse you of
Yeah.
doing something wrong,
Yeah.
like processing a refund, and you've done it.
Yeah.
You know?
Or something.
I remember one time I had to go. The manager called me, Sylvereene, did you check this screen? I said, not yet, I'm on my way there. Just come into the office quickly. I said, what did I do? She said, nothing. She said, come in. I said, okay. And she was like in front of the Caribbean, so she said, you see them two, yeah? Kick them out. I said, me supposed to tell the two young people who came to the cinema to do their due, get out. I said, okay. So I walked in from the back first to look down. I was like, oh, I didn't want to see that. I said, do I really have to do that? She said, if you don't do it, I'm gonna do it, and you don't want me to do that. I said, come with me. She went in, And she dragged him and she was like, ain't another place for that. I said, why do you have to drag the boy? And then she was like, y'all got 15 seconds to put on your clothes and get out. I said, ooh. And then the same day, another couple. I'm like, what is wrong with people in the cinemas?
Because people, like the guy that was fighting, he was so quiet. The wife, the daughter and that, they won't even say that. They were like, nah, bro, you can't tackle me. And like trying to play the innocent role. Tutus now, the guy that they called comes in the store like, what? Ashley looked at him like, what you say? And I was like, the bro, like, now I'm just trying to see what's going on. No word of a lie. He's like, what? And he's like, no, I'm just trying to see what's going on, bro. It's nothing like that. And he's like, yeah. And he was like, who hit my friend? And they were like, bro, I don't know. Like, no one hit him. I'm like, oh, so you're gonna lie? This punch ain't for nothing, you know. You guys are punching me. I'm trying to hold out your thieving father. Nah, he went to his car and the guy was like, the guy that they called came up to me like, bro, you know it's nothing like that, bro. I was just trying to see what's going on. I was like, yeah. I was like, cool. We went outside. Ash was like, nah, let me go to my car. The guy was like, bro, what's going on? Like, I'm just trying to see what's going on. Like, and he's a big guy, yeah, because he looked like he came out smart. He was a bigger guy. Like, if he wasn't Ash, and if we wasn't like who we were, he would have been like, yo, he would have been smart.
Yeah, he was definitely
on smoke. And then we just like, nah, cause I'm like, bro, you're not gonna punch me on my shift, and your daughter and your wife is not gonna punch me up, scrawl me up. That means scratch for Caribbean people.
It's one thing that you gotta be worried about COVID. There's another thing where you gotta be worried about where you're sitting or you put your hands in. Like,
Okay, so now that you've worked at McDonald's, you think it's okay to eat from there?
Oh no, I think it's disgusting.
But you still eat from there?
At my lowest time in my life.
And then people are like, yo, my man, Ash. And I'm just like, it's not that time, please. Let me just help me out for a second. Let me just help me out.
I mean, that's what it is though. Like when you've been in these type of jobs, people don't look at you like for me, like a human. They look at you like
a robot. Like
I'm working for you,
yeah, exactly.
so I can treat you however I want to treat you. Like no, I'm also a human.
No, bro.
I'm out here making a living, and you're out here also trying to feed yourself. So let's just mutually be nice to each other.